Hello, this is Angelo.
Hello, this is Alexandra.
And we are here with what we believe is the most powerful masterclass yet on this series. And simply because, as Pete Vargas said a couple of days ago, so many of you have said that the number one reason you feel you cannot move forward, and as I like to say, upward to a higher level of success, is self-confidence. So today we are going to give you the 3 not so secret secrets for higher self-confidence. Wait for it. Without results first. Because let me tell you, when you have greater results for any reason, then you have immediately a higher level of self-confidence. So when a team scores a goal, immediately the self-confidence of each player goes up, and when a team concedes a goal, the self-confidence goes down.
Yes.
But how do you raise your self-confidence without results? This is what we're going to be discussing today. And of course, I have a story before I begin these 3 little secrets. I have a story for you. And it is from the movie Secretariat, which is actually a true story.
One of our favorite stories.
One of our favorite movies, one of our favorite stories.
Go see it, yes.
Absolutely a must watch. And Secretariat, if you don't know it, is still considered to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, race horses in history. And it is one of the 13 horses that has won the Triple Crown. So, in the movie, Secretariat wins the Kentucky Derby, which is the first race of the Triple Crown, then wins the Preakness, and now is ready to run for Belmont. The problem with Belmont is that it is a very long race, and Secretariat is very fast, it's like lightning acceleration and so on. And everybody is kind of worried, will Secretariat go the extra mile?
Yes.
Will he make it?
Because he has explosive speed when he wants to,
Exactly.
But he's a slow starter at the same time.
Exactly.
Right? Yes.
So everybody is worried about the big distance of that race. So what happens before the race? And I'm going to spoil this if you haven't watched the movie, but I'm not going to give you the whole thing. But it is very important for you to get it because it couples the whole self-confidence thing so nicely. So before the race, the owner of Secretariat, what was her name?
Penny
Tenery, right?
Penny Tenery, yes.
So Penny Tenery touches Secretariat's face, and she says to him, "I have won my race. Now you go and run your race." And why did I tell you that story? Maybe now it is not yet so self-explanatory. Because back in 2007, I started my own business with immense enthusiasm to create so much value in the marketplace. And I thought that this enthusiasm was all it took.
Yes.
And less than a year later, I was already facing bankruptcy. And this is when I started my journey of personal development and digital marketing at the same time, 2 parallel journeys. And at about 2014, 2015, when I got started with my daily source of inspiration, I realized that even though my success was not there yet, I was feeling truly unstoppable and truly unbreakable without the results.
What had happened?
Simply because I managed to control my mental and emotional state without the results. So because of the fact that I was feeling the pain from not having the results, instead of what most people would do, the most common reaction is to put everything under the carpet, right? And say, okay, maybe, people would resort to things like alcohol, or drugs or whatever it is.
Or excuses,
or just simply let go.
Yes.
And so, like binge watching movies and series and say, try to convince themselves that the problems are not there. But of course, when they face reality again, the problems are there. So I realized that this is my superpower. I felt truly invincible because I didn't need any results to feel unstoppable. And this is where I began the movement, what we call I am happy and march unstoppable towards my vision, towards my destination. I am happy now and march unstoppable. And you've got a little glimpse of it on these in this series with the priming exercise that we do to prime ourselves mentally and emotionally before every single day of the Unbreakable challenge. So, that said, what are the 3 not so secret secrets? Immediately, you will feel amazed with how simple they are, but you will not realize their power, most probably because you're not effectively using them in your life and your business.
Yeah, that's usually the case, right?
Yeah.
When something is so simple and profound,
Exactly.
we tend to say, oh,
Overlooked,
yes, not so important. Actually, it is.
So, number 1, affirmations. But what you're probably missing with affirmations is emotional intensity. Yes, you need the repetition, but it's completely different to say to yourself, I am happy and march unstoppable, and completely different to look yourself in the mirror and with a whole, like from the top of your lungs, shout out, I am happy and march unstoppable. And feel that every single cell of your being resonates with that.
Yes, it's vibrating with this affirmation.
Yes. At some point, I'm not suggesting that you start using affirmations because you're using affirmations all day long. But maybe you're doing the wrong affirmations. The economy is bad. There's no way around this. I cannot do this. Every year I feel things are getting worse and worse. All these are affirmations, but not in the direction that you wish. Not in the direction that you get the super life that you so much deserve and desire. So trim your self-talk. And it is vital for you from now on to affirm not only where you're going, but where you are emotionally and mentally. And this is, remember, your super self. So dare to declare your financial destination. Dare to declare this as a fact, because mentally and emotionally, you can't be there in a heartbeat, in a fraction of a second. When we close our eyes and see and feel ourselves at our destination, at our financial destination, or whatever it is that we want to achieve in life, you don't need anything else. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference.
Exactly. That's
so
what I
all
want to
that
say.
matters is that you resonate with it. And to couple this with the discussions and all the presentations from the Unbreakable Challenge, if you remember what Elena Cardone said, at some point that they made their decision, they started living from the end, basically.
The future.
Exactly.
Live from the future.
T.D. Jakes, what T.D. Jakes said?
Speak as if the future is now. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Think of your next in your now.
Yes.
Okay, so your body is here, but your mind and your heart could be at your destination. And remember what I said in many of these masterclasses, that your super self knows the way. Number 2.
Before we go to number 2, can I interrupt?
Sure.
Because I had a little thought about a tiny exercise you can do regarding affirmations. Every night you can journal like for 5 minutes and think about consciously what were the most prevailing thoughts running through my mind today. Ooh. And see, are they serving you or not serving you? Because it needs conscious effort to redirect our thoughts towards serving thoughts. If you start doing that, you will become aware of some tapes that are running in your mind, and then you can change them.
Okay,
right?
So now I have a second bonus exercise for you regarding affirmations. If you want to truly have, because sometimes our speech goes in such speed that we don't have the time, let's say, to resonate with the message. In order to slower your thinking down, what you can do is write your affirmation.
That's what I said.
And
journal.
basically,
yes.
No, but also use it with the opposite.
Yes.
I am a lefty, so every single morning I write down my destination, not as a future thing, but as a present fact, right? And then I use my right hand to do the same. The first thing that will happen for you is that you're going to have so much fun seeing how well you can write with the opposite hand, right? The non-dominant hand. But at the same time, you will realize that you slow your thinking so
Yes,
much
yes.
that you actually resonate with the message, with what you're writing. So you write your destination, and maybe if you want to intensify this, you also write how you feel. Okay? Great.
Great.
Number two.
Number two.
Number two is that you fix, you trim, you optimize, you upgrade your posture. And this is why we say
Let's
that
sit more
after
straight.
exercising, immediately you feel better.
Yes.
And the big problem right now, it's like truly a huge pandemic all around the world, is that we have our smartphones and we all day long, we're like this, and maybe we're sluggish, sitting
Yes, yes.
sluggishly, and how can you feel unstoppable being sluggish like this? It's virtually impossible. I mean, in one of the previous master classes, I said something about the 300 from Sparta, who were truly unstoppable warriors. Can you imagine their posture?
I don't think they were going like this, right?
Exactly.
Walking slow and.
And I remember at a seminar, I heard an amazing story about some people in Africa who walk from village to village
Yes.
without being threatened by lions. And in spite of this, like this happening all day long, there were 2 cases that lions attacked and killed people. And when was that? Can you guess when was that? And the answer is, it happened because they were drunk. So they had an amount of alcohol that deprived them from their posture, their unstoppable posture that let the lions know from a distance,
You cannot harm
you
me.
cannot come here.
Yes.
If you come here, I'm going to smash you. That is not true. But they managed to have that kind of posture, right? So this is how important your posture is. And I want you, as of today, for at least a week, just to notice the difference. I want you to walk. Now, for a moment, go back mentally and emotionally to 31st of December 2023 and see yourself having already achieved your financial destination. Now come here to January 30th, that it is today, and start walking that way. Walk from the premise that you have already succeeded. This is how you want to walk every single day. This is how you want to greet your clients, your partners, your employees, your family.
Yes.
Always from a winning state, not from the state that I have already lost before I began. I remember Tony Robbins talking to, at some point, he was coaching Andre Agassi.
Yes, the tennis player.
This is an amazing story, by the way. And Andre was not able to perform, and he really wanted to go back to number 1 and so on. And Tony Robbins told him, I can tell you whether you're going to miss a point before you even begin, because I can see your state before you serve, and I can tell that your state is not primed for success, is not primed to be unstoppable warrior, successful tennis player. This is what you want to do.
Exactly.
To make sure not only what you say, which is number 1, but also how you stand, that your stance actually demonstrates success. It is done. I am that person. I am the person who is doing this, that, or the other in the marketplace. I am that person who is enjoying that level of success. I am 10x. I'm not going to do 10x. I am 10x. This is the game-changing attitude.
This is also what T.D. Jakes actually mentioned in the challenge, that act from your future state now, today. And I remember his words because I like them. He said, dress like your successful self. Think like your successful self. Speak. He said, stand up, chin up, march forwards. Really, sometimes these things we are looking from our couch, watching the challenge, and we say, oh, yes, very nice words, but it's true. And on days that you feel maybe low or you need to boost your self-confidence, if you go to the mirror, smile to yourself, and for a couple of minutes stand tall, you will see how big a difference this will make in the rest of your day. Try it.
And on top of that, always remember, most people, especially If you tried for a long time and you haven't had results, immediately you will be drawn to thinking, where are my results? Finally, where are my results?
Yes.
But as Jim Rohn used to say, you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight.
Yes.
And as I like to say, you cannot have your super life overnight, but you can assume your super self's attitude right now. Right now, you can feel and think and act as your super self. And remember, your super self is the version of you who has already arrived at your destination, at what you call a desire right now. This is how powerful it is. Assume that state right now and see immediately that your thinking and your acting will be upgraded.
Exactly.
Immediately. So, number three. Do a quick check on your network, because I have heard an amazing story about a college where they had like an average IQ of 115, and they got some kids outside that college with an average IQ of 80 to 90, and within a few weeks the IQ of the kids outside the group was raised to 105.
Wow.
So the IQ was elevated because the
Of
kids,
the peers, of the
exactly.
Yes, yes.
So in the same manner, Grant Cardone says, your network is your net worth. Look around you. How many people in your group of the people that you meet the most, right, are assets and how many are liabilities? How many are serving and how many are non-serving to where you want to go? Eliminate your liabilities and increase your assets. It is nice, to be entertained with amazing videos, and binge watch videos that make you laugh, whatever. But it is truly time for you to invest more time and more energy with people that are already where you want to go, or that elevate your state enough to achieve what you want to achieve. People who support your dreams, people who cheer you on and say you are one step away, you've got a step further down this journey, you will find more resources and more help and more support and more insights and more people that will cheer you on and help you and more customers. So this is how it all begins, with one step from you. This is why we're so passionate giving you this little simple framework that you can start using right now. It is free, but you have to do the work. You have to apply. You have to apply the affirmations. You have to apply a better state, and you have to improve the quality and most probably the quantity also of your network. So that said,
yes, and yes to the 3 steps.
Yes, and of course, my name is Angelo Labro, and this is so typical of me, and I cannot give you only 3 secrets if I promise 3, so I have to give you a 4th one.
When he says 3, he actually means 3 plus
3
1.
plus 1,
always
right?
A bonus.
Always. So, what is the plus 1? I call it follow the leader. And at some point, on your own, you might not be able to find that level of confidence. But if you find a powerful leader who is either where you want to go or in front of you in this journey, and you follow the leader, you will get where you want to go. So let me give you a story about this, because it is also one of my favorite stories. So back in 2007, and I truly mentioned 2007 for one reason, to remember how back it is. It's like 16 years ago, right? And the technology is not the technology that we have right now today at our disposal, right? So me and Alexandra, we fly to LA, and this is our first time in the US, and we land in the LA, and I had an exhibition there, and we also, of course, want to have some fun, so we rent a car. But of course, we say, okay, we need to go. We need to know where we're going. So not only we paid a few $100 on the car, but we also paid for the upgrade. Like it was like something like $15 a day for a
Yes.
GPS.
It was an upgrade.
Woo! Of course,
Back then, you didn't have your map in your cell phone. You
I
had
cannot
to rent
begin
a
to tell you,
GPS.
how poor the screen and everything is compared
Yes.
to what it is right now. But let me tell you this, and this is the moral of this story. Wherever we wanted to go, the GPS knew the way. So as we were, driving around LA and in these highways with so many, like spaghetti junctions and, like people cutting us off
For
in
us
front
coming
of us.
from Athens, it was quite chaotic, so it was a lifesaver.
I
the
think
GPS.
until then, I thought, driving in Athens was crazy, but that
Yes.
was truly insane driving, And we had a few milliseconds to decide, to turn right on this exit or the next exit, and so on. So without the GPS, most probably we will still 16 years later be
roundabout.
driving around LA still. Okay, so
The point is
the point
map.
is
The map.
that the map
Yes.
knew, the GPS knew wherever we wanted to go, how to get there. Even if we made a mistake and took the wrong exit, the GPS would do what? Route recalculation,
Yes.
turn right here, turn left here. This is the same with someone who has already been where you want to go. And this is why it is so powerful for you not to only take action on going through the replays of the Unbreakable Challenge that are available for a few more hours, but truly consider to upgrade your systemization.
Yes.
Because it is always a system that takes you to the next level.
Get the blueprint.
Remove the guesswork. Don't try to reinvent the wheel.
Exactly.
Invest in whoever you believe is the right mentor for you and your business. And if that is Grant Cardone and his Unbreakable Business System, always remember that on top of what is being offered, me and Alexandra will be coaching you all year long, because we know that it would take some time for you to implement all these teachings in the systems of your business. But what truly matters is to have that kind of GPS on your financial success. Stop guessing where to turn next and start trusting someone who has already succeeded more than you have and can actually literally help you get there. No guesswork, because sometimes you can even win the lottery and have an amazing financial day. But can you repeat that? No, because it was simply what we call a matter of luck. But can you truly succeed every single day? And the answer is yes, simply because when you put systems into place, the guesswork is removed.
Exactly.
And you're ready to have the financial success you desire over and over and over again, and upgrade and scale your business, not stay in the same level. Remember what an amazing journey was for Pete Vargas, who immediately, when he removed this guesswork from his business,
it exploded in growth,
and
really.
Partnered with Grant Cardone and did the 10x stages, his business exploded, and so many other businesses, because this is the case. When you know the system, it works for any business. So that said, two things. If you're ready to move on, take the next step, always remember that we will be there for you. Once you take that next step, we will meet and greet, and then we will be able to help you achieve your financial success in 2023. If you are still on the fence though, if you still have questions, now is the time to ask them, because you won't have enough time to take an informed decision. And it is important, it is vital for you to have, like all your questions answered and make sure you're making the right step. It is important, it is still January, it is the end of January, but it is still January. So you have 11 months to do the right thing, to upgrade your thinking and your acting to the point that you truly have your financial success in 2023.
Yes. If you want to think about this, do I want financial success and business success sooner or later? Rather sooner or later. If the answer is sooner, then this investment is totally worth it. It's a blueprint to success, right?
That's right. Yes.
So they can
where-
scan, right, the QR
Yeah.
code if you want a shortcut, or you
Yes.
can click on the link
Click
below.
the link that you will find in the
all
chat or
information.
the description, and you can reply on any of our emails or send us a message with your questions, and
We are
within
here
a
to
few
help you.
hours at most, we will answer them. We are here for you for the
Yes.
next 4 or 5 days that this offer is still open. Make sure you take action now, whatever it is. Make sure you stop being indecisive.
Mhm.
This is also a demonstration of lack of self-confidence. You get your confidence back when you upgrade your decision making. So decide now regardless. What is it? I love it. I am in.
Yes.
I don't have the answers yet. I will ask Angelo and Alexandra.
Mhm.
Immediately you will feel much better because you will get closer to the decision-making pattern that will get you where you want to go.
Every step is
Or-
a micro win, and
Exactly.
micro wins boost your confidence.
Inactivity is what kills your dreams.
Mhm.
Inactivity is what makes you more lethargic and unable to take the next step, whatever that is for you. You remember, even if you take the wrong step, you can improve. But if you take no step, you
Nothing
feel
will
powerless,
change, yes.
right? So go through this masterclass again and again, as many times as you have to, and apply these little steps. Improve your self-confidence, and from that state, it is going to be much more apparent to you, basically, that the Unbreakable business system is the way to go for you.
Yes.
This is why we say, me and Alexandra, why we signed up on day one.
Day
because
one, hour
we
one.
have committed a few
Yes.
months back that we will 10x this year,
Yes.
regardless of who is going to be our mentor. We didn't know who our mentor is going to be. When we decided to add another zero on our profits, Grant Cardone appeared in our lives. This is how powerful this is. Once you make the decision, everything else settles. But your decision will have to be backed by your self-confidence. Self-confidence is, by definition, your responsibility. So act now, put these 3 little secrets, not so secrets in your life, and as you improve your self-confidence, it will become apparent to you that the next way, the next step forward is to couple your mindset with the skill set of the Unbreakable business system.
Absolutely.
So tomorrow we'll have a very exciting day with a bonus day, right?
Tomorrow is bonus day, right?
So we cannot wait to see you then. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.